G'day everyone, welcome to the How to Halo Marine tutorial part 9. My name's Andrew DFT and let's get started. So today we're going to be focusing on the back section. The back section does sit nicely across your back and will continue all the way over the shoulders and ends about at the front collarbone area. So by the end of the video you should be left with something that looks like this. This will be the back plate that will sit nicely on and will have straps and everything that you can attach later however you wish, depending on what kind of design you're following, which will then hold the front section in place. And then with everything else built around it, it should come out quite nicely. Now if I was to rate the difficulty of this build, I would give it about a 6 out of 10. We are going to have to do some little tricky things, and it is quite difficult to actually teach you this because there is a lot of resistance, so to speak, of the foam. It will fight you a lot. But details like these we've done before, you know how to do them, so it shouldn't be too difficult for you. And if you haven't watched the first tutorial, you will not know about the PDF that goes along with this. It can be purchased for $3.50 from the link below. It gives you all the templates already scaled and all ready to print out, so you can kick off where the video starts, plus a few extra tutorials for some bonus content, as well as an overview of the materials we're going to be using in this section. So jumping right in, we're going to go ahead and look at the overall templates that were provided in my PDF. Now you've done all these before, so I'm going to kind of jump through them. So once you've got your templates, go ahead and cut them out. Using some masking tape you can assemble them like I've done here in this picture. Now pause this picture if you need so you know exactly how you're assembling it. Then of course you're going to go ahead and transfer those templates onto the foam. And then of course next, you'll cut out those templates from the foam itself. So hopefully you guys managed to understand that because we've done it for 8 videos in the past. We're going to grab this centerpiece now and we're going to heat it up just using a basic heat gun. We're going to heat it up till it's actually pretty damn flexible, and we're going to give it like a turtle shell. So it kind of like folds on 3 different ways. You got the middle, the side, and then the bottom, so you got that nice kind of turtle shell form. Then we're going to go ahead and cut out these little templates that we have inside this middle section. Use a knife, use scissors, whatever you prefer, as long as you get them out nice and clean. Then you can start transferring the detail onto the centerpiece like I'm doing here in the video. So that way we're left with the nice outlines, so we know exactly where everything is going to sit on this main centerpiece going forward. So you should have the lines looking something like this so we can progress. What you're going to do now is you're going to grab that little template, and transfer it onto another piece of foam. So we're going to have an extra layer that is built up. So once you've done that, you can then cut it out of the foam, and then grab the template again and trim in a bit further along these hashed lines, which is going to give us a kind of internal border. Once we've got that internal border traced out onto the foam, we're then going to bevel the edges so we get a nice more 3D look. So make sure you've got a very sharp blade, and then go ahead and give it a 45-degree chop off so that on all sides, so that way it is a nice kind of beveled piece that will sit up, but we will detail it a bit later. So first, once you've done that, go ahead and heat it up so that way it kind of seals the foam in a bit and will bend over that turtle shell that we created before. Then we can go back to the template that we just cut out, and we're going to go ahead and trace this little rectangle square inside. So if you cut the paper and then transfer it onto the foam, you should be at where we're at now. Then grab your nice sharp blade and cut out that piece of foam from the initial design, and then what we can do is we can slice that new piece of foam in half. Once we've sliced it in half, we can then apply some hot glue and glue everything into position. Now obviously we know where it was because we initially transferred the lines across, so we're just sticking it in position. Once we've done that, we can grab a nice sharp blade and start cutting out the other pieces that we initially transferred onto this middle section. Once we've done that, all we need to do is grab some hot glue from the hot glue gun, and glue everything into position. Now you're wanting to give this kind of a terraced effect, so have it sink into the foam. So you're just gluing it back into position, but half and half on each side. So when I rotate it around now, you can see it's obviously sticking out the bottom, so just give that a bit of glue and you should be fine. Okay, so that's the first section done. Now we can start working on the top neck part and the wings to follow. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the heat gun and start heating up that neck section. You can just heat it up until it's quite flexible, and then just give it a nice kind of rounded bend. Doesn't have to be anything significant at this point. Then once that's kind of set, grab some hot glue and stick that neck piece into position like I've done here on this middle piece. So we'll grab one of the wings and we'll start heating it up. We want it to be quite flexible because it is going to need to bend quite a bit. So once we've done that, we're going to apply a tiny bit of hot glue to the very top of it, the very front section, and we're going to glue the top of the neck and the bottom of the wing together. Now you want those to set so we can start progressing forward and slowly start working your way down the neck brace, letting it set until it's completely like sealed and it's not going to break off, and then we can slowly start working down, as the material will resist you quite a bit. Once you've got the wing kind of sturdy, you can trace out a line of where it's going to sit, and then we'll actually just glue it straight into position and make sure you hold it quite a bit, as like I said, it will resist until it actually sets. Turn it around, put some glue on the other side, and then make sure that side is nice and solid as well. So that's it. Hopefully you guys managed to follow along and that your design will come out somewhat looking like this. Of course, this will take a bit of practice. You will need to kind of really learn how to bend the foam like this, and it is a key kind of design / technique to learn, because a lot of sci-fi costumes have all these kind of neck braces. So if you can get this sorted, which is a good step in the right direction, you'll be able to do more advanced versions in the future. So with part 9 down and out of the way, all we've got left is the helmet in part 10. So go ahead and click the link at the end of the video, or click one of the other links from the previous episodes if you want to go and repeat one of the armor pieces. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.